delicious.
We find out in this new Cook the Basics video just what taters is. Taters are delicious little balls of starch that make life worth living. You can boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew, or what we're going to do this week and make twice baked
Potatoes.
So start by washing your potatoes. You want to do this with cold water and a stiff brush, preferably a vegetable brush. I can't find mine, but you do want to make sure you get all the dirt, because the skin is like the best part. When you're washing your potatoes, you want to carefully scrub them clean and get in all the little nooks and crannies, but don't scrub the skin off because that defeats the purpose of not peeling them. Take your potatoes. We want to use a fork. I usually use a knife. Just a little steak knife. 8 to 12 punctures on your potato, depending on the size. These ones I'm going to go ahead and do 4 on each side of the potato. You want to be kind of deep, and that's so the steam can escape from your potato. When the steam escapes, it's going to help your potato be fluffier on the inside and not a gummy mess. Okay, so now that we have wholly potatoes, we need to cover them with a little bit of olive oil, lightly coat them in olive oil. That's going to get our nice crispy skin, and kosher salt. That's just going to make them delicious. And put a little bit of oil here in this bowl. I'm going to do it kind of like, obviously 2 hands. So this hand's going to have oil. This hand's going to stay dry so I can sprinkle the salt without making a big old mess. Coat it in oil. Salt. Beautiful. This is a jewel oil. And salt. Beautiful. Okay, 6 more, and it's time to bake. There is our beautiful, shiny, glistening potatoes. We're going to bake those at 350 for an hour total. Probably after 40 minutes, I'll come and flip them over. It's been an hour, and we're going to see. Ooh, that feels really done. Want to make sure they're very easy to poke through. If there's any resistance, go ahead and throw them back in the oven until they're completely done. You want them nice and soft, but if you bake them too long, they do start to petrify. So be careful of that. We have our beautiful baked potatoes here. These are all going to be twice baked potatoes, but for just regular baked potato, cut down the middle. I did let it cool down because I don't feel like burning off my fingerprints today. You squeeze, hold it like this. If it's still very hot, you can grab a clean dish towel or paper towel, pick up your potato, and you want to squeeze the ends. You could do it like this too. Squeeze the ends. It opens it up, and this is cooled a little too much, unfortunately. But because I'm going to scoop everything out and make twice baked potatoes, that's why I let it get cold. But yeah, now you just want to go ahead and fill it up with butter and sour cream and, you know, bacon and chives and, you know, cheese and, you know, whatever you feel like putting in it. That's how you make that. Now I'm going to show you how to do the twice baked potato part. For the twice baked potato, I'm going to take your potato here, cut the top off. You can make that into a nice potato skin. You want to scoop, you want to leave enough potato around the edge that it's still structurally sound. So scoop out potato insides, do a bowl, and kind of scrape around the edge here. Because essentially you're making cheesy mashed potatoes and stuffing it back in here. That's what we're gonna do. So take all that, dump it in a bowl, do it for the rest of them. So now that we've got our potatoes all scooped out, we save the tops. Do something with those in just a minute. You want to take your potato masher and just mash your insides up. Okay, mash your potatoes up so they're nice and fluffy. I'm gonna add a stick of mostly melted butter to that, or you can add butter substitute, margarine, whatever you want. I am also gonna add about half a cup of whipped cream cheese, 4 ounces of regular cream cheese. It just whipped for me is easier to mix in. Go ahead and mix that in. About half a teaspoon of pepper. Ish. That's really to taste. If you want it a little bit peppery, make it a full teaspoon, depending on how many potatoes you have. About a teaspoon of salt. Actually, about half a teaspoon of salt. You don't want to oversalt it because we're going to be putting cheese in this. It's going to stay fairly basic. At least mine. I just want cream cheese. Why won't you focus? Alright, now I got that figured out. Anyway, I'm going to keep this simple, just butter and cheese. But keep in mind, if you want to add anything like bacon, now would be the time. Sour cream. Just keep the sodium content of whatever else you're adding to your potato mixture in mind when you're adding your salt and pepper. You don't want to be too salty. Okay. To this, we're going to add about 4 ounces, 4 or 5 ounces of shredded cheddar. Now that we have that, we're just going to mix this in. I don't add too much of the cheddar cheese because it's already got the cream cheese in it, and we are topping each potato off with a piece of sliced mozzarella. So, got 3 cheese potatoes here. So, now that our filling is done, take your potato shell and I just want to pack it right on in there. Because remember, this all came out of here. It was much more compact and there was less fillings in it. So, scoop it on there and kind of make a little mound on top. That's that. I'm going to go ahead and do the others. But let me show you real quick. I've just got a package of sliced mozzarella from the grocery store. And that's just going to go right on top of there. Melt beautifully when we put it under the broiler. After we do this, we're going to put it under a high broiler for, I'm going to start with 3 or 4 minutes. You don't want the cheese to burn. Just keep an eye on it. You want it to come out looking nice and golden and bubbly. Look at all that twice baked deliciousness. So with the tops of our potatoes, we're going to go ahead and I'm going to sprinkle these with just a tad bit, just a little tiny bit of kosher salt on each one. Really little bit. And then we're going to put some cheddar on top. I'm not putting butter on these because the cheese will melt and I don't want the potatoes to be like too greasy because cheddar cheese can have that effect sometimes depending on how good your cheese is. And this is not the best cheese. It was on sale. All store brand Block O cheese. I think it actually said that on it. Block O cheese. We're just going to pile these with some cheddar. And fresh grated cheddar melts a lot better than the bag stuff because it's not coated in like cornstarch or whatever. whatever anti-caking agent they have. So this is gonna melt a lot better. And then I just got some of these pre-packaged bacon bits. Bacon pieces, I'm sorry, they're not bits. I'm just gonna sprinkle a couple of them on there. This one's saltiness, the meatiness. And these are also gonna go under the broiler until they're bubbly and look like they're gonna give you a heart attack just from looking at them. That's what we want. That's what we want. We want to have a heart attack with our eyes. Okay, so this is what our twice baked potato looks like. Nice melted mozzarella on top. Normally I wouldn't cut it in half, but we're gonna do a cross section because hot potato, hot potato.
Hot potato, hot potato.
Yeah, look at that in the middle. See, nice melty cheddar. A bit of that mozzarella on there. It's so good. Cream cheese makes it nice and, oh. Yep, that is delicious. And here is one of our potato wedges. Not potato wedges. Here's one of our potato skins. It's just, you know, bacon and cheese on potato. But it's still pretty damn good. So
the only thing missing from these potato skins was some ranch dressing. Leave me a comment below if you want to see me make a video on homemade ranch dressing.
use whatever kind of cheese you want for this, as long as it's a good melting cheese. Hey man, it's really hard to go wrong. So I'm gonna go enjoy a bunch of cheese and potatoes. And hope you guys liked this video. If you did, click the like button. If you haven't already, make sure you hit subscribe. Click that bell icon, that way you know every time I upload a video, and you know, share it with your friends. Comment below if you guys have tried this, or are gonna try it, or want to try it, or have any suggestions. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.